start and begin our chocolate cake. First is we need to put the flour. This is 1.5 cup of flour, all-purpose flour. So let's put it. All right. And then mix it a little. And after this, we will put the cocoa. We say it in different ways, but today I use the cacao amaro because some they said it's cocoa, but in Philippines we just call it cocoa. So I will use the sifter so it will sift. Wow, like this. Because as you can see, there's a lumps or big particles of the cocoa. So you can just strain it like this. You can use your hand to press it. So it will be more smooth. Right. Now we have the flour, all-purpose flour, and the cacao amaro. And then let's mix it together first. Right. So if you can see that the brown and the white color are mixed, then we will add another dry ingredients. So let's start with the baking powder. So I put 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So I put it in this side because I don't want to put it together. This is baking soda, 1 tablespoon, 1.5 tablespoon, I mean. All right. And we have a teaspoon of salt. So we have all the dry ingredients, and then let's mix together. And mix. All right. Make sure you mix it well so all the dry ingredients will absorb each other. Alright, I think it's okay. So these are all our dry ingredients. The all-purpose flour, the cocoa, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Alright, so let's put this aside. Because now we will use this bowl for our wet ingredients. So on this bowl, I will use the stout beer, but this time I'm going to use Guinness stout beer, but you can use any kind of stout beer. So a cup of stout beer. and our espresso coffee. Espresso coffee is 1 tablespoon. So I mix the espresso and the stout beer together, and then I'll mix it slowly. Mix it slowly. All right. So this is our wet ingredients, the espresso coffee and the stout beer. So we have our wet and our dry ingredients ready. All right, and now our ingredients wet and dry are ready. Now we're gonna be needing a mixer to mix all these ingredients perfectly. So now we will start by putting the sugar with this bowl. Sugar is 1.5 cup. Any kind of sugar you can use. And then let's put the butter. And if you have like this kind of melted butter, because I left it in a room temperature, so it's more easy and more good to mix with the sugar itself. Here. So let's try to mix this together, the sugar and the butter. So you can also scrape when you think that it's just on the side of the bowl. So scrape it and put it in the middle and again mix it. So while it's mixing, we can add the eggs. I will put 3 whole eggs, but you can put it slowly, like one by one. Once again, let's try to check it and scrape it so the sugar will be more smooth. And again, mix a little more. Alright, now I'm gonna show you the result of our butter, sugar, and eggs. So it will be like this. And now that the butter, sugar, and eggs are mixed well, now let's put the dry and wet ingredients, like half of wet and half of dry. Because if you put all together, it will be hard to mix. So let's make it half of dry and half of wet ingredients. Alright. So I put and now I'm putting the espresso and the stuff together. And after putting all together, it's time to mix. And after mixing, let's put it again, the other half of wet and dry. Let's mix again for about a minute. So you can notice that it becomes sticky, a little sticky, but I wanted to scrape the side of the bowl again because I want it to be more mixed, to be more perfect. Alright, so now I'm going to show you the result of our perfect, because I want to show you. see, it's a perfect mixture and texture of all the ingredients. And now that we are done mixing all the ingredients, as you can see, this is the result. Yes. Then I prepared the cake molder, and I prefer this kind of spring lock cake molder because it's easy when you want to take this out, and put some paper and oil under, so it won't be hard when you want to take it out. So now it's time to pour the mixture onto the cake molder. So you don't want to waste, so I will scrape until to the last drop. And now that it's all here, I'm gonna try to shake it a little and do like this, so there will be no bubble. So now, while I'm doing this, I preheat the oven for 200 Celsius degrees, and we'll leave it until 50 minutes, and then we wait. So now let's go and bake our chocolate cake. And now the oven is ready, and our mixture is ready. Let's put it inside. Wait until 50 minutes and see you later, guys. Alright, and now 50 minutes is done and I can smell it so good. So let's see what's the result. Be careful, it's really hot, so I will show you. Fresh from the oven, 50 minutes, and we will let it cool down for maybe 5 hours, and I will see you later for my final result of the chocolate cake.